Welcome back here on Good Day, Kansas. We continue our show from the Chiefs EM. We are in Manhattan, surrounded around 1,484 pieces of Chiefs memorabilia. We're with the curator here. This is Kurt Herman. Kurt, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to have you here.
It's so cool what you've done here. We're just in your basement. This is just another part of your house in here, but really it does feel like a museum of Chiefs stuff. So Kurt, just first off, tell our audience a little bit about this space in here and all the things they're going to find.
Well, I started collecting it's been over actually half a century, almost 53 years that I've been collecting, and since they won Super Bowl IV, that's kind of what started the whole thing. And as you know, most of my stuff is vintage, but I do have some current player stuff mixed in, but a lot of it's vintage. But it's just I have about anything and everything you can think of. I got fishing lures, I've got figurines, and just all kinds of items.
Wow. And 1,484 pieces down here, like I said. Now that obviously sounds like a lot because it is. You are the Guinness World Record for Chiefs.
For the largest Kansas City Chiefs memorabilia.
There it is. Okay, I didn't want to misspeak there. Yeah. Man, that is so impressive. So tell our audience a little bit how that works. How does getting a Guinness World Record work?
Well, it took me almost 2 years to get to get the record. I first had to apply to them, and they would come back with a lot of questions, and so finally I had to send them a picture of every single item. And then also a picture of all the walls and everything.
Every single item.
Every single individual item, which I kind of had because I'm an IT guy anyway, and I'm very over the top when it comes to details. So picture of every single item. Then I had the 3 witnesses. I had to have a elected official, a police officer, and a chief subject matter expert. And called our local high school, and they sent over some students to do a class project, and they did the video of me walking around the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way to the end, and that was the final piece when they approved the record.
Oh, that is so cool. That has to be something that obviously not many people can say that they have a world record of Chiefs items.
Yeah.
So that's so neat.
Now, if I ever increase it, which I'm going to wait till like when I get 1,500, I'll still wait, but once I get probably 2,000, I may reapply.
Yeah.
Because they won't increase it until I redo the videos and all that again.
There's a little bit of work involved in that.
Yeah. But I appreciate the process because it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
And I think if anybody were to beat my record, I know that they worked very hard to do it.
Yeah, they definitely would have had to for sure. This is so cool down here as a Chiefs, as someone that loves the Chiefs, it's really cool to see. And when we come back after this commercial break, we're going to learn a little bit more about some favorite pieces of Kurt's down here, and also, of course, we're only 48 hours from game day, so we're going to get some predictions from Kurt as Chiefs take on the Lions here on KSN on Thursday night. Kurt, we'll be right back with you here on Good Day, Kansas.
Sounds great.
Welcome back to the show. We continue from Manhattan. We are at the Chiefs EM with the curator, Kurt Herman, as we get ready for another year of football. The Chiefs taking on the Lions to kick off the NFL season on Thursday night right here on KSN. Kurt, thanks so much for letting us hang out a little bit longer down here.
You bet.
This is just really cool to see all the different Chiefs pieces you have. If you missed it, he is the Guinness World Record for Chiefs apparel. Is that or Chiefs?
The largest collection of Kansas City Chiefs memorabilia.
There we go. That's a lot of work. It's so cool. So I just want to learn a little bit more about how game day looks for you. We're holding a couple different footballs here.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so game day rules at my house. I usually have 1 or 2 visitors.
Yeah.
And then when the Chiefs are on defense, everybody in the room has to stand. And then when they're on offense, everybody has to hold the ball. And this is the one I hold. And then the one you have is the trainer ball. So your first time visit, since it's your first visit, you get to hold the little ball.
I get the little ball, okay.
And then the next time you're here, you get a bigger size. And then the third visit, you get to hold a real ball.
So the whole time they're on defense, you're standing.
Yep. Yes.
Wow. That could be, hopefully, with the teams the Chiefs had lately, that's not too exhausting, though, right?
That's true, yeah. A lot of 3 and outs.
Yeah. Well, I want to know a little bit more about, there's 1,484 pieces down here. Give me your top 2 or 3.
One of my favorite pieces, I have a Derek Thomas cardboard stand-up from the Attack Cat series.
Oh, yeah.
It's from 1994. The Coca-Cola did a Monsters of the Gridiron, and there was like an Emmett Smith robot sheriff, and it ran, so there was different Halloween themes.
Yeah.
And I have a Christmas card that's signed by Lamar Hunt, Jim Shafe, and Jack Stedman, who were the three people who started the AFL and then actually originated the first Super Bowl.
Wow, that one's really cool.
Yeah.
So much history down here, and like you said, you really focus on the vintage, but for a second I want to talk about the now. You have some cool Patrick Mahomes pieces, Travis Kelce, Super Bowl champions last year. How are you feeling about this season?
I honestly don't. I don't think anybody's going to beat us this year, but I'm sure there'll be a couple games.
Yeah.
It'll be the game that we're favored by 17 but I'm very confident. I think we'll make a repeat appearance in the Super Bowl, and probably if 14-3 regular season, and then home field advantage through the playoffs. And
you love to see it. Yeah, you hope it happens for sure.
And a fun fact that a lot of people, I guess if you would call them critics, would say that, well, Mahomes has never won a playoff road game. Well, it's because we've never played a playoff road game.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what happens whenever you have the best record in the NFL, right?
That's right, yes.
Well, thank you so much for letting us come down here, and this just gets me even more ready for Thursday night when the Chiefs host the Lions here on KSN. We appreciate your time and showing us around this cool place.
Great, thank you.
If you have a man cave that you'd like for us to show on Good Day Kansas, go to gooddaykansas@ksn.com. Send us an email, and we'd love to stop by your man cave. We have more on Good Day Kansas coming up next.